Dillon Gabriel just played in his NFL debut as a starting quarterback in the NFL, and there were some ups and there were some downs. We're going to break down everything that we want to see in this video, how it affects Dillon Gabriel going forward. Does it affect Shedeur Sanders at all? Maybe, maybe not. We did hear today, actually, that Shedeur Sanders will play at some point this season. They expect him to. Now, this is probably the best throw of the day, maybe second best throw of the day by Dillon Gabriel here, and all we're going to get is a little bit of an in route over the middle. First thing that we notice is they send that linebacker blitz. You see 55 here, right? We're going to see him blitz to the quarterback. As we do that, the middle of the field opens up. So we know as we go through what we call a full field progression that we need to look over the middle of the field, and this is a dart. It is a laser. It is a perfect throw by Dillon Gabriel on the in route. David Njoku does a good job getting the DB to kind of open up the hips and kind of plant that left foot to the outside shoulder of David Njoku, giving them the middle of the field, and then boom, look at, he threads the needle here. This is what we need to see more of when it comes to Dillon Gabriel. We need to see more of this, okay? And if we can, he could be a really good quarterback. I just thought, and we're going to look at it in this video, thought there was a lot of inconsistencies with Dillon Gabriel. A lot of overthrown balls, maybe some underthrown balls, right? Just a lot of mix-up. I just wasn't sure. So we're going to break it all down. Before we dive in, hit the like button if you want more of these videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, doesn't cost anything. But most importantly, if you want a part 2, what do you want to see? Do you want to see more Dillon Gabriel? Do you want to see the defense? Do you want to see the offense? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's dive into the video. Really solid read here by Dillon Gabriel. We're going to be running a quick out to the top side of your screen, and then we're going to be running a corner route. Now, off the snap, we're going to be reading the depth of the DBs here and kind of reading where they're attacking defensively. So as we drop back in the pocket, our first instinct is to read this deep corner to the outside. Now, he does slightly bite down on this out by Jerry Jeudy, and because he bites down just slightly, we're able to give our guy an opportunity, but the ball needs to be perfectly placed, and I'll give you this. Great throw by Dillon Gabriel, okay? Now, coming into the game, I wasn't very high on Dillon Gabriel, but he did prove me wrong on some plays. Looked really good on this one. This is a perfect read. Not only do we see this guy bite down just slightly, right? One step forward. Right here, I'll show it to you guys one more time. Watch this front foot. He's going to bite up just barely, and that's when we throw the ball to David Njoku. High points it. Beautiful. David Njoku comes down with a nasty catch over 2 defenders. That is threading the needle there by Dillon Gabriel. I need to see more of that. It didn't seem like they had too much confidence throwing the ball down the field, but just trying to keep his confidence level up by giving him short routes, intermediate routes, just to start to drive down the field slowly but surely. And he had some good drives, don't get me wrong. This one they stalled out, got a field goal right before halftime, that's fine. But this was definitely one of the highlights of his day. Another good read here by Dillon Gabriel, 2nd and goal. We're going to fake this handoff up the middle to Quinshawn. But what I really want to sell to you guys is look at Harold Finn. He's going to come up, he's going to stagger as if he's going to block, and then he's going to get to the outside shoulder. The fake is what initially sells this thing. You're going to see him stop right here. Boom. Allow his guy to come through. Off the play action. It's wide open. Wilson kind of overcommits down, but that's all because Harold Finn does a great job acting like he's going to block for just a split second there. And as he overcommits, we get out on the route. We have an in-breaking route to the inside to kind of clear out the left side of the field. And it's a good ball right where it needs to be. Perfect. Again, let's have more of those. I do want to see them be able to throw the ball down the field with more confidence going forward. But again, can't complain about that touchdown. Week 5 of the NFL season is officially here, which means we all have a chance to over 1,000x our money with the Sleeper app. Now, before we go into some picks, I do want to share with you, if you use my promo code, they will give you a 100% match deposit up to $100. Meaning, if you put in 50, they'll give you 50. If you put in 100, they'll give you 100. Essentially, it's a no-brainer. Go do it if you haven't already done so. But I want to talk about what I'm going to put in for this week's slate of games. I do want to look at Detroit and Cincinnati. Now, Jameson Williams has struggled as of late. with catching the football. So I'm going to go more than 41.5 receiving yards for him. I think that is something that can happen pretty easily for him in this game. All it takes is one catch for him. It's J-Mo. Right, I'm also going to go to Xavier Worthy, and I do want to look at his yard line. It's at 54.5, which I don't mind. And you know what? I do like that. I'm going to go more there. And ultimately, I feel like I'm fine with that. However, BTJ struggled as of late. I'm going to take his yards. I'm going to go to 40 plus. I don't like the 56. I'm going to go 40 plus, and I'm going to go more than that. I think that's fair. I think that's a solid little lineup there. Put in 20 to win 64. I like to play it safe. But what do you guys like to do? Let me know in the comments down below. And again, use promo code DUBS, and you'll get a $100 match deposit on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms for use of details. Currently operational in 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. Lastly, I believe they're giving a free $20 entry, no deposit needed, so go claim that as well. Again, it's just another opportunity to make money from it. So go check it out really quickly, and let's get back into today's video. Okay, now there were some bad throws, and here's one of them right here. We're going to get basically man-to-man coverage on a crosser over the middle of the field. Offensive line is going to be in a 6-man scat. They're sliding off to the right. You got man-to-man. Running back will help out on the man side. A-gap, B-gap. With Jerome Ford. Now, as we drop back in the pocket, again, we notice this one-on-one coverage with David Njoku over the middle. All we got to do here, because he's got leverage, is lead him. Lead him. This is wide open. This is NFL open, but the ball is actually thrown slightly behind him, and they almost jump it. Again, we got to do a better job. This ball needs to be out way earlier, by the way, as well. Right here. Get rid of the ball. Ball needs to be out. Ball needs to be out at this point in time. Slightly behind, not enough spin on it either. A little bit slow to get there. Those are the ones you got to clean up, because that's an easy 10 to 12 yard pickup on first down. Another questionable throw here by Dillon Gabriel. We're going to get an out at the top side of your screen in one-on-one coverage that has a little bit of separation. I just don't think he's got the ball placement right now. He can get better, and I hope he does get better. And right here, again, we throw this out, but it is, dude, it's about 7 yards above where it needs to be. Don't love this throw by Dillon Gabriel, okay? And again, I'm not saying he can't get better. I'm not saying he won't get better, but I'm saying he needs to improve some of his intermediate and deep accuracy. I even saw a flat route to a tight end off the play action get overthrown. A lot of balls were high pointed. I don't know why. It's because of the size. It could be. But you cannot have throws this bad. That's open. That's a first down. And the ball is, I can't even tell you where the ball is right here. But I'll tell you what, it's too high. Overall, guys, there was good, there was bad. He had some really good throws. The high point to David Njoku, the touchdown to David Njoku were really good. He had one to Isaiah Bond. But outside of that, I thought there was a lot of high points that were too high. There was a lot of balls that were underthrown a little bit. He got to improve on his intermediate, basically all levels of accuracy. He's got to improve a little bit on. Shedeur could be playing within the next few weeks, months. We'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.